you come home from like running errands or from work or whatever, and you don't expect something good to happen, but then as soon as you turn on your phone or you turn on your computer, something wonderful happens? Hey guys, Cher here, and we finally have more news about the upcoming Nijigasaki Season 2. And it's good news, very good news, and it proves that I'm right about a lot of things, but we don't know about everything yet. We just know, first of all, the Season 2 of the anime will premiere in April of 2022, which is, when you think about it, kind of just around the corner. We just need to get through Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day probably, and boom, we're already there. And secondly, and the most important thing, you know how in the past videos, whenever I talked about a possible Nijigasaki Season 2, I always mentioned that Shioriko, Mia, and Longju would have to be there at some point? Well, if you look at this new visual image right here, bada bing, bada boom. There they are. Like I say, you can't have a Nijigasaki Season 2 when you add new characters to the game and not incorporate them into the new anime. That just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So I am so happy right now that my predictions are correct. And since my prediction was correct, I'm very much hoping that a better story would be written for these three characters, because like I said, if they butchered the characters in this anime, I'm afraid that the Nijigasaki group might lose their fans forever, because everyone has been waiting for the opportunity to give Shioriko, Mia, and Longju the redemption that, well, Shioriko and Mia definitely deserve. Longju can just burn at the stake for all I care. I absolutely hate that bitch. So I'm super duper happy that we have the three new girls together, because how could you not do a Nijigasaki anime without them, especially if you're doing the typical 2-season per group arc, where now we're in the fall and winter semester of the school, and if, as tradition goes, you need to have like all the girls there, and this would most likely be the last year the group would be active, because then the third years would be leaving and all that whatnot. I mean, it's practically Love Life tradition at this point that they would do that, especially because there are third years in this, unless they pull off a Ouran High School Host Club manga where every new year starts and the characters just don't age. So I don't have much opinions about the new visuals in particular. I just wanted to make this video to announce that yes, Season 2 is happening, and yes, that the three new characters, or quote-unquote newer characters, are gonna be in the anime, so thank you for that. I do have one grievance, just a tiny bit exactly, with the animation, and again, I know, like, last year, or a couple months ago, when I was watching the first season of Nijigasaki, I made complaints about the animation style, because it does not look as polished or as nice as the older shows did, and, I mean, it doesn't look even nice in comparison to Love Live Superstar right now, so I don't know why they went with the animation that they did. I know some of you guys, or most of you guys, like the animation style, and I'm not judging your taste for that, but I personally don't like the animation style to begin with, and I still don't like the animation style. But again, one woman's opinion. However, after looking at the new visuals here, I mean, everyone else looks as adorable as always, not gonna butcher them for that. I think Mia looks pretty nice, and I kind of like how they gave her, like, the show the one eye, like, the one side of her hair is longer look. Longju looks like how you would expect. Like, I think they gave her a little more polished of a exterior, which, well, I'm just gonna say it, I never liked her look from the game to begin with, because She just, I mean, of course, when she gives the vibe, she actually delivers the vibe of being your basic Hime-dere. She reminds me of Haruhi Suzumiya from Haruhi Suzumiya, and I did not like Haruhi Suzumiya either. I know I'm like the only person in the world who hates Haruhi Suzumiya probably. But then you look at Shioriko, and I'm like, bro, did they just make her into a goth or something? Because I remember her being more polished in the game than this. Like, she looks very two-dimensional. I mean, I know it's two-dimensional anime, but at least with 2D, they kind of make it more, like, I don't know, 3D with their character models. But Shioriko looks like, she reminds me of some, like, of the dark goth anime character that you usually see from romance comedies or whatever like that, or just comedy anime in general. Her eyes look like, maybe this is just me, but her eyes look like, I don't know, they're just staring right into your soul, and in a bad way. Like, her hair looked definitely much shinier in the game than she does right in these two visuals right here. It's like, I don't know, it looked, for some reason, I felt like when the animators were drawing these visuals for these posters for the teasers for the upcoming season 2, that Shioriko's look was kind of the afterthought. Like, I mean, Setsuna in a normal school uniform looks more polished than Shioriko does. I mean, Karin looks more polished, even though she's also kind of dead-ass staring into your soul. But, that's besides the point. Kasumi looks like she has more character than Shioriko does. Rita, at least, looks like she has more character and flair than Shioriko does. And that's disappointing because I was finally getting used to Shioriko as a character again after the whole, like, Longju mess that we had to deal with. But now look at her, she looks like, she kind of looks like they took Ayumu's, like, character design and got rid of the pink, made her as gothy and as devilish as possible in a cute high school girl uniform. And that's basically her character, which I know she's not, but I'm just not a fan of this. Like, I'm kind of offended that this is how this like Nijigasaki animation style panned out for her. Like this is one of the reasons why I do not like this sketchy animated style for Love Live, because it makes the characters look more bland than they actually are. And I'm not saying that these characters are actually bland in any way, because that would be absolutely mean, and they are absolutely not bland. Like, if the first season has taught us anything, it's that the first season of the anime is actually really good and at expanding these characters into the Love Live realm, even though Nijigasaki is basically the side project. But they did an excellent job with expanding their lives, expanding their personalities, expanding the Nijigasaki world that the first season has presented to us. Maybe when the actual anime, or when the actual season 2 comes out, that these characters will look better on screen than they do here, or maybe when more teaser posters come out, they'll look better. But again, I'm feeling really, really bad for Shioriko here. Like, damn, I did not expect her to look this plain. Like, girl, I'm really sorry. I'm legit really sorry. But either way, if the season 2 of the anime is gonna work similarly or the same way as the first season did, with each girl getting a solo for each of the episodes, I'm really hyped for what the anime solos for Shioriko, Mia, and Longju are going to sound like. Because if anything, the anime, the first season did two things. It either A, expanded the range of the character, or expanded the range of the seiyuu for each of the girls, or it kind of gave them a pretty bland song that's either a tribute to their first single, or it's kind of a throwaway song. Like, I still feel bad for Emma when she sang what's it, Bella Patria? Like, I don't know why I did it with that accent like that. It's Bella Patria. Like, it's Italian. I took Italian for 6 years. I should still have, like, the accents and the stretching of the vowels down. Like, I don't know why my brain is acting like this. But, yeah, like, even though I still like that song because it's really cute and it's obviously an Emma thing, I just thought, it was too safe of a song choice. And now that I kind of think about it, Setsuna's Dive, even though it's in tribute to Chase, obviously, I also felt like it was a safe choice for her. Like, they could have pulled off a Yada before Yada was a thing, but they didn't. But the rest of the songs, though, they were pretty good, and they pretty much matched everyone's style, so I hope the second season does the same for Shiriko, Mia, and Longju in that way. But anyway, yeah, those are all my thoughts about Nijigasaki Season 2, and I'm more hyped than ever that this is actually coming out, because throughout the entire year, I was told, oh, they're not going to do Season 2, it's a side project. They never intended to do the first season. True, they never intended it, but again, Love Live has always done the 2-season formula for each of the groups, and I know Layla's gonna get a Season 2, because they have to, because they're the mainstream side of the franchise, while Nijigasaki's still just a side project. But even so, if they're gonna treat a group just like as if it's a part of the mainstream, like, line of Love Live groups, then they're going to give them a 2-season anime, or else. I mean, who knows, maybe Layla will get 3 seasons or more, but I don't know. Who am I to say? I literally don't know what's gonna happen. But the fact that Nijigasaki's getting a Season 2, thank you, Jesus, we needed this. And by the way, for the Season 1 of the Nijigasaki anime, even though it sounded like they wrote it last minute, the story of it was not bad. Like, I love how they expanded it. They expanded the backstories of so many characters that we love from Nijigasaki anyway. So, I know they're gonna put more heart and soul into it in the Season 2, most likely, because, like I said, if people were asking for a Season 1 of Nijigasaki, you might as well damn know they're gonna do a Season 2, or else people are gonna go on a rampage about it. But, again, those are all my thoughts. I'm super hyped, and I cannot wait for April. Now, like, this is a perfect start for what to hope for in 2022. And if you guys liked this video, make sure you hit the like button. If you have any comments, hit me up in the comment section. If you haven't been following me already, please hit the sub button. Please hit the notification bell, then you get all my videos. If you haven't been following me on my social media, it's all in the description box down below. And that's pretty much the checklist. I'm Cait, and it's been real. Ciao!